Hi everyone, happy Monday. Today is Monday, March 1st, 2021. This is your Monday market commentary. So to begin this commentary, let's recap what happened last week in the markets. Right now, we're in the middle of a market correction. And I think the headlines are making it a little bit more scarier than it needs to be. We really haven't had a correction since the coronavirus started last March. The 1-year anniversary just hit. And we really haven't seen too much volatility in the markets since that time. So this is one of those first occurrences since then. And so when you put things into perspective, yes, the markets weren't the best last week. All three major indices were down. The Dow Jones was down 1.7, the S&P was down 2.4, and the Nasdaq was down 4.9%. But when we take a step back, all three major indices are still positive for the year. So again, we have to look at the numbers when we look at what's happening, because sometimes those headlines can be a little bit scarier than they need to be. So today what I want to talk to you about is inflation. I've had some calls from clients about this, and in fact, I had a great question last week when I hosted a webinar to see if you're retirement ready. And so today I want to talk to you about inflation and two things you can do to counteract that. So what is inflation? Inflation is when the value of a dollar lessens in value. For example, if it used to cost you $3 to buy a gallon of milk, maybe now it's going to cost you $3.50 or $4 for a gallon of milk. So it's going to cost you a few extra dollars to pay for what you used to. We haven't seen inflation really rise in the last decade or so, but with all the money that the government's printing because of the coronavirus, we're already starting to see small trickles of inflation rise, and we may see that happen more so in the future. What can we do to counteract that? There's two things I want to share with you. Number one, you can invest into stocks, ETFs, or mutual funds. Those tools are ways to counteract what's happening with inflation. Stocks are the best tool to use to counteract inflation. Why? Because when inflation goes up, typically stocks go up as well. What's another thing we can do? Another thing you can do is look at your expenses and talk to either myself if you're a client, your financial professional if you work with someone else, or if you do it by yourself, talk to yourself or your spouse and ask yourself the question, or ask your advisor, do I need to increase my monthly expenses? Maybe that needs to be by $50 a month, or maybe that needs to be by $200 a month. But see what you're spending, and that's how you counteract. Is if we need to take out more to counteract with inflation, talk to your financial professional to see if it makes sense, or if you're a client, talk to me if it makes sense. So that's what I want to share with you here, my Monday market commentary. Have a great week and take care. Talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.